Whenever you get a small startup idea, especially one which is product based, the first feedback you get is that the business will be highly labor intensive and the prospects of scaling up is very bleak. However, today we will listen to the story of a small bakery which started off in the colonial British era and has today evolved into an iconic household brand and is the fourth largest FMCG company in India and also a company with a stable share performance as well. Not only this, in my opinion, this company has one of the most quirky marketing campaigns which cater to the prevailing situation and trends at various points of time in the past, as well as even a recent quirky ad campaign wherein they literally changed the name of one of their products to set afloat a trend. We will discuss all this in today's video. Welcome to the Fintelligent Investor channel. I'm CA Pratiksha Pai. This is our third episode in the business case study series, and in this video, we will today discuss how a small business which arose out of necessity and to cut logistics costs for the British expatriates staying in India in the pre independence era, and one which had a very volatile top management and saw a lot of changes in the top management, has managed to grow big and strong not only in India but also in many other countries because their base culture of offering best quality and constantly innovating kept them on top of their game. This company started with a mere 295 rupees and today has clocked the latest turnover of more than 16,900 crores and employs more than 8,000 employees. What started as a small bakery now has presence in over 80 countries worldwide. You may have guessed the name of this company, Britannia. So, watch till the end, not only for the sake of the story, but also to be slightly more knowledgeable about carrying on entrepreneurship. If you enjoy listening to business stories, I have also done a business case stories of other big brands. I have given the link to the playlist right here, and I will also give the link in the description in which I will keep adding more business stories. You can check out that playlist and learn a lot from the stories of various successful businesses. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to the channel so that you won't miss any of those interesting stories. If you feel my talking speed is slow, you can watch at a faster speed. Relevant timestamps are also given. Let's dive in. The beginning, 1892. It was the year 1892, and a lot of British businessmen and officers used to stay in the pre independent India. These British wanted biscuits with their tea. It was a time when the Indians did not even know the concept of biscuits. Anyways, the British wanted biscuits with tea, and these biscuits used to come all the way from Britain. Due to the logistics and the huge cost of transportation, not only was the cost of these biscuits high, but it was also not very freely and regularly available in India. It was due to this necessity of biscuits by the British and to curb the high costs that a group of British businessmen started making biscuits in India with a small initial capital of 295 rupees in the year 1892 in Kolkata. The labor and resources were anyways available in abundance in India, and producing locally meant no further dependence on transportation of biscuits all the way from Britain. And the uncertainties associated with such logistics were also nullified. At this time, nobody had a clue that this small bakery will one day become a household name in India and become one of the largest FMCG companies in India. Eventually, when the uprising in India grew and many British started relocating back to Britain, the British businessmen thought it fit to hand over the company to Indians. At this point in time, the company was handed over by the British businessmen to Gupta brothers, among whom one was Nalin Chandra Gupta, who was a lawyer by profession. The Gupta brothers continued this business by the name V.S. Brothers. 1918. By 1918, the Gupta brothers decided to rope in a British partner in order to scale the business. and they got in C.H. Holmes as a partner in the business. And in 1918, the name of the company was changed from V.S. Brothers to Britannia Biscuits Company. The name Britannia is a Latin version of the name Britain, okay? The country, Britain. Its Latin version name is Britannia, and Britain was also called Britannia in much older days. So the name Britannia was chosen in the year 1918 so that the British in India can emotionally connect to the company by its name. So now the business was in full swing with heavy machinery being used for manufacture. In 1921, the company also imported gas ovens for usage in manufacturing and became the first company in India to use gas ovens for biscuits manufacturing, while peers were using traditional ovens. 1924. In 1924, the company owners saw a scaling opportunity and opened a factory in Mumbai. It was at this time that a biscuit company in the UK named Peak Friends acquired a controlling stake in the Britannia company. Now, when the controlling stake was with a UK company, of course, they saw to it that the company caters to the demands of the British. Increased demand during the Second World War. Eventually, the Second World War started. And since the company's controlling stake was with the UK company, the Britannia company largely manufactured biscuits for the armies of the British. As the war went on, the demand for Britannia biscuits was also on a rise within the British Army, due to which almost 95% of the manufactured biscuits were being sent for the British Army. Parallelly, the locals also started liking these biscuits and the local demand also grew. All this increased demand led to exponential sales in the company, and the company started to grow faster. Around 1945, the Second World War was coming to an end, and with that, the requirement of biscuits for the army went down. And since the company was sending almost 95% of its produce to the British Army, as the war came to an end, the demand for these biscuits also reduced. In another 2 years, that is in 1947, India gained independence and the British also left. Now, the only potential consumers for the Britannia company were local Indians. And now the sales strategy had to be drastically changed to cater to the Indian buyers. In 1952, the first thing done was to shift the Kolkata factory to Taratala Road in Kolkata, wherein an automatic plant was installed to achieve maximum production in minimum time. However, now there was a new problem. The revenue from biscuits did not meet the company's expectations. And now the company had to diversify into other products to keep afloat. 1954. Diversification into newer products. With a view to boost revenue through diversification, in 1954, Britannia ventured into production and sales of sliced bread and wrapped bread. In 1955, the company launched Bourbon biscuits, named after the former royal house of Bourbon of France. These biscuits were loved by the consumers and has remained so even after so many decades by becoming the most loved biscuit in 2009. Did you know that bourbon was launched so long ago, almost 70 years ago? If you knew this little bit of information, comment bourbon in the comment box. When the Britannia company saw its bread and biscuits being loved by all, they went ahead and launched Britannia Cake in 1963, which is a packaged sliced cake. And again, I think it is a favorite for most of us. Along with this, Britannia had ventured into many bakery product manufacturing and had a lot to offer in its manufacturing kitty. Then onwards, the Britannia company innovated not only on products but also on their ad campaigns, some catering to the prevalent issues, some encashing the prevalent trends. The company launched Milk Bikis and campaigned that the biscuits were not only crunchy but also contained nutrients of milk. The ad showed mothers keeping milk bikis in the children's tiffins and being tension free about their kids' health, because even though some kids may not want to drink milk, but they eat these biscuits and get the nutrients of milk. Growth and expansion. In 1978, Britannia came out with its public issue, and its Indian shareholding increased to 62%, which established Britannia firmly as an Indian company. The other 38% stake was a foreign stake held by UK based Associated Biscuits International Limited, ABIL. In the latest shareholding pattern, say as on December 2024, the promoters hold 50.6%, FIIs hold 16.5%, DIIs hold around 17.6%, and the public holding is 15.4%. In 1979, the company underwent a rebranding and changed its name from Britannia Biscuit Company Limited to Britannia Industries Limited, as it is known today. In 1982, Britannia acquired an American company named Nabisco, which manufactured cookies. After this, Good Day biscuits were launched in 1986, and Little Hearts and 50/50 were launched in 1993. Here too, the company campaigned about these two products very well. Little Hearts was campaigned by roping in youngsters, wherein 50/50 was directed towards the older population which could not have much sugar in their diet. By campaigning that 50/50 biscuits had part sugar, part salt. In fact, this company has always tried to ride the trending narratives in their ad campaigns and have come up even recently with a very quirky ad campaign, which I will discuss later in this video. In 1997, they launched one of our most favorite Tiger biscuits. They advertised this as having iron and glucose, which gives instant energy to the kids. Further, they also priced their biscuits in the range of 1 rupee to 5 rupee packets as well to cater to the lower income groups. This also helped the kids to buy these biscuits with their pocket money, which in those times was around 5 to 10 rupees. In the year 2000, Britannia was voted in the top 300 small companies by Forbes Global, and within just 4 years, in 2004, was accorded the status of a super brand. In 2014, Britannia further forayed into premium cookies with the Good Day Chunkies, chocolate chip cookies. Further, they also expanded into the ready to eat segment in 2017 by entering into a joint venture agreement with the German company Chipita. Along with expanding its footprint into various types of bakery items, Britannia was also parallelly expanding its footprint geographically as well. It established itself in more than 80 countries today. It has 19 manufacturing facilities in India and additional facilities in Dubai, Oman, and Nepal. This company faced a lot of changes in ownership, which led to many small and big operational challenges. But one thing that the company never compromised on was the quality and the taste. They also attempted to maintain a customer friendly price throughout their business journey. And with this kind of performance through many decades, today Britannia has grown its offerings from just biscuits to a large variety of eatables like dairy products and breads. This company has fared well for the investors as well. Over the last 5-year time frame as well, Britannia Industries has given a CAGR of 12.84%, and the market cap has grown from 64,677 crore in March 2020 to 1,18,337 crore in March 2024. At the beginning of the video, I mentioned that very recently also Britannia came up with a quirky ad campaign, right? You may have noticed that Britannia had launched croissants. And this being something new to the Indian audience, firstly, to familiarize this product, they launched a competition of sorts to see who can pronounce this correctly. This was not the height of their marketing mastermind. Very recently, a video of a boy became famous where he pronounces croissant as Prashant. Britannia was quick to catch on to this virality and actually changed the name of their croissant to Prashant, and also sent a huge gift box full of Britannia goodies to that boy and collaborated with him. See, this is the kind of marketing genius wherein you know when and where you can catch on to the latest trend and ride the virality wave. What started with an intent to cater to the necessities of the British has today become a huge business conglomerate and has spread across the world. and made its name in the F&B industry. I hope this video was helpful to you to learn something from the story of Britannia. Please like the video and share it with your friends and family. I will bring more such amazing business stories to you. So stay subscribed, stay connected. Thank you.